Okay. It let me hit the record button there, so I think it's settling in. I probably just don't want to change the scene too often until it settles into the connection. We'll see how long this lasts. So anyway, though, hi Grommel, welcome on in, and thank you for the thirst. And it is, it is Valentine's Day today, huh?
Oh, does that mean you, me, and Chad are all on a date together?
I guess so.
Wow.
There you go. Um, so yeah, I guess I should probably explain what we're doing today.
Nah, just leave them all in the dark.
Fair enough, I could do that. They can pick up the pieces as we go.
Yeah, context clues, people. Pay attention. Oh, you got a raw.
Oh,
Oh shit.
oh, thank you, Nellen. Been a minute. Uh, how you doing? And also, let me get my voice ready. Oh, is it buffering again?
Is it?
Okay, I think we're good. Let me grab just a little bit of water here so that I don't destroy my throat. I'm really good at doing that when I do these.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, hell yeah to the water.
Just love knowing that my throat gets destroyed.
Yeah. Oh God. Thank God Noelle's not here to clip that.
She would. She would. All right. There we go. I did not
Very good.
completely screw over my voice with that. So we are good. Anyway, though, to kind of get everyone on the same page here, today we're going to look over all of the stuff I have in file here for the canceled Sonic game known as Sonic Xtreme. I had this idea a little bit ago, and it seemed like a fun idea. I looked over the story, like multiple of the story concepts, and I was just like, oh, hell yeah, we gotta do this. I gotta see what this game was like. Like, what did they have planned here? There was so much shit. Uh,
It looked like a big clusterfuck of ideas, huh?
it really was. I've been doing pretty good. I've just, yeah, just kind of been making my way through life. Just, jumping between like 5 billion projects, as you do. I have more than I can count that I've hopped into. Not very many of them have been finished yet, but that's because I don't like to rush projects, because if you rush those, they don't become fun anymore.
Yeah, then you die.
Wait, what?
No one talks about that.
Yeah. So anyway, though, um, let me see what I got in my little file here, because or I guess I should probably bring up the fact of like what the ideas they had in mind were.
Yes, yes.
So I guess a brief summary was this was supposed to be the Sonic franchise's big jump to 3D, and It was left to what was it? Sega Technical Institute? Is that the was that the team?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, got left to them. That was the team here in the West, and then there was Sega of Japan.
Um, yeah, in the early 90s, Sega Technical Institute was the the dev team for Sega of America. There's a lot of different titles being thrown around.
Oh, okay, so that's what they were. But but yeah, there was a whole thing of not a lot of communication was given to them, or like proper direction with a lot of things. They kind of just got left to fend for themselves quite a bit, which
Yeah.
left the development of this game being put in the best possible term to describe it, development hell. I don't think you could really describe it anything but, because yeah, those did not seem like some good work environments.
Yeah. They made they helped make Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and 3. And then Sonic Spinball was you know, way more their game than like like Sega of Japan had nothing to do with Spinball really.
Mm-hmm.
That was like really the only one that they ever got to make like to completion. Pretty much all the other Sonic projects that they got handed were canceled.
Yeah, they just were not allowed to have a good time with anything really. I'm sure that probably killed the morale at the workplace quite a bit, just because it was the whole thought process of like, is my work actually going to be used this time, or are we just scrapping it again?
Yeah. And they made some really good games for the Genesis that were not Sonic games. I don't know if you've ever heard of Comic Zone.
I have heard of Comic Zone. I played a bit of it. It's quite a bit of fun. Very creative.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of their games. The Ooze is another one that I like, where you play as like a radioactive sludge pile guy, and you try to get more sludge pile added onto you to grow bigger.
I have played that one. That one is really, really hard.
It is very hard.
I think I
I've
got
never made
like
it far.
I think I made it to like the second or third stage in that one, and then I just could not progress it.
You probably made it farther than I ever did.
That
I
was
think I
a
had it on like a little plug and play thing. It was like a controller, like standalone that you could like, it had like an AV cable you could plug into the TV, and it had the Ooze and Sonic 2 and Echo the Dolphin and something else. I don't remember.
all right. Don't think I've played Echo the Dolphin. I've heard mixed things about it though.
I like it a lot, but it's real hard.
Yeah, that's kind of the nature of a lot of games from the 80s and 90s in particular. Difficulty was definitely a big factor in a lot of them.
Yeah. It's a game you gotta kind of just enjoy the vibes of because I've never made it far in it, but I like just kind of swimming around aimlessly sometimes and pretending I know what I'm doing.
Sometimes that's how you play a game. And some games kind of have a charm where you can kind of just wander around the little world they built.
Yeah.
Honestly, it makes some games more fun that way. So anyway, though, yeah, company was not allowed to finish a Sonic project. From what I understand, too, they also had to shorten down a lot of ideas, even with the games that they did help with. Because you said they worked on Sonic 2, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a game that was gonna look drastically different compared to what we got. Because they had like the whole concept of like time travel being a element to the story in that one.
Oh
And then
yeah. That's right. And then they just scrapped that and used it for CD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they kind of just handed it to a different team and are like, here you go. Here's the leftovers. Have fun. I can't remember the exact reason. I mean, if we know, I mean, all the stuff that's come out about the director at the time, Yuji Naka, no surprise, very difficult person to work with.
Yeah.
And quite the character, to say the least.
Well, I know that the development of Sonic 2 was also pretty wrought because Sega Technical Institute brought in a lot of the Japanese developers who were used to like very different working conditions, and everybody was like not on the same fucking page.
Yeah, it was a mess. Needed a lot more organization that their boss was just not going to help with. So anyway, though, I guess that's a pretty good summary of just kind of what the company was like. So it kind of explains, it explains a lot why the game never, why Extreme never came to fruition.
Yeah.
It doesn't make the story any less interesting to look into. But let's take a look what I have here. I guess ultimately with that, where do you want to start with this? Because we have a few sections to look through.
Um, I guess let's start at the top.
Okay. Um, I guess at the top, I'm looking at my Word document that I can use to kind of help cover a lot of stuff. That would be the story concepts here.
Let's go.
So yeah, the earliest version of this game was originally titled Sonic Mars, and they had a brief synopsis here of the story. Let me see, is that it for that? Oh yeah, they didn't have much here, but let's see. Okay, so yeah, we have Sonic Mars by Michael Kosaka. And it reads here: while Sonic is away checking on a security alarm in a remote part of the Great Forest, his pals Sally, Bunny, Tails, and Knuckles have discovered a strange message from within one of Robotnik's supercomputers. Dr. Robotnik is trying to take over a computer VR world, Micromobius, and the message is a plea for help from its peaceful inhabitants. Sonic returns to Knothole to discover that Robotnik has captured his friends and taken them into his VR world. Sonic attempts to save his friends and thwart Robotnik's plan to reformat Micromobius. And that's all it says on Sonic Mars there. So yeah,
Damn, okay.
they were just straight up like, because continuity, like the lore and all that, wasn't really at all established back then. They kind of were just like everything is being thrown at the wall here. We'll develop it as we
Yeah,
go.
no. That kind of sounds like honestly, that sounds like the plot to like a lost episode of Sad AM.
Yeah, I do know if Sat AM was able to continue. They had plans to introduce Knuckles into the show, so that could have worked.
Like it's the whole thing with like the Great Forest and everything.
Uh huh.
I'm pretty sure that that's just straight up and it's talking about like Knothole and Princess Sally and Bunny and all that. This is very just heavily tying itself to that whole universe.
Yeah, it that was the initial plan. It was it seems they wanted to tie it into Sat AM, but also kind of tie it into the games. It's kind of hard to say what they had plans here for because that's all we have on that.
Yeah,
And it
interesting.
seems they kind of abandoned it over time.
The BDSM sex dungeon scene. No, that didn't keep it off of the shelves, Grommel. That that was actually like the one thing that people were excited for about it.
Yeah. Anyway.
It was supposed to break new ground. The first children's game to include a BDSM sex mission.
Jesus Christ. Uh, yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, um, so yeah, that was gonna look a little bit very different compared to what they had for one of the later versions.
Hmm,
But we have.
how so?
Give me a sec here. My it's taking a sec to scroll. I'm just checking how long this next section is. Okay, so yeah, this is when we get into a lot more details with what the stories are gonna be like. Yeah, where did that? So yeah, the next iteration of it was gonna be called Sonic Saturn by Christian Sen. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He was one of the big lead developers on it,
Yeah.
and he's kind of the person in charge of a lot of the was in charge of a lot of the stuff for it. So yeah, let's see. This also dates back to April 28th, 1995.
Oh shit. Okay.
So this
Yeah,
tells you how
that is
far
pretty
back
current
this
gen.
was. Yeah. Let's see. So we have the gamebook instruction, or sorry, introduction. So I guess this would have been in the manual. But it says peace reigned in Mobius following Robotnik's defeat in the floating island adventure. For a long time, the inhabitants enjoyed a tranquil existence. It seemed to most Mobites that Robotnik had packed his bags and left their world for a different place. Sonic, though, had a different opinion. For as long as he could remember, Ivo Robotnik had a burning desire to control the power of the Chaos Emeralds. It seemed odd that he would ever lose interest in them. Sonic wanted to get to the bottom of this mystery and sent Tails to the floating island for Knuckles. Once together, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles formulated a search plan, deciding to meet back at Knothole with any news of Robotnik's whereabouts. Knuckles and Tails took off to the skies in the biplane, while Sonic scorched across the land. That was last that was the last Sonic saw of his friends. I think I read that right.
Yeah.
And that's where it ends for that
The
little introduction there. So yeah, they still kind of
deep
kept.
story.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Sorry. I don't know if I cut you off by accident.
No, you're good. Just keep talking, honey. It's
Okay.
okay.
Good to know. Uh, so yeah, with that one, it looks like yeah they kept Mobius around as a term because there's the whole thing of not really sure what Sonic's world is called because they kept changing that. And
Oh
not
yeah, no.
yeah, Knothole seems to be a location they were planning on keeping regardless. But a lot of the
That was
sad
the thing they were just gonna be stuck on until Adventure came out.
yeah, before they kind of shifted how the canon would work, and it just kind of made it where Sonic doesn't have a home.
Yeah.
He kind of just wanders wherever he feels. Or, as he says, wherever the wind takes him. Anyway, let's see. The main game introduction. Let's see.
Hell yeah, Soul.
It was really. It's a Mountain Dew flavor. Hell yeah. Let's take a look next. It says, if it'll let me, okay, there we go. So I get, okay, it looks like it's describing the scene, so probably an opening cutscene here. But it says, fly in a Spiral Mobius Chronicles newspaper. Oh, flying in. Geez, give me a sec. There's some
Flying.
small grammar issues here. One sec. Flying
All
in
good. All
a Spiral Mobius Chronicles newspaper, reading Knuckles and Tails missing, with pictures. Knuckles with a determined look and a hint of smile, and Tails with his classic big smile.
His classic big smile.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that would look like.
Well,
Oh,
it's his classic big smile. What do you mean you don't know?
does he have a big smile? It's usually
It's
just.
classic.
I know it's classic, but is it big? That's what I'm asking. Is it a big smile or a small smile? I got to know these things, Darsh. It's very important to the lore of this entire game. Anyway, welcome on in, Sil. Thank you for the 7 streak. Hell yeah.
Oh, you got a raw again.
And a hydrate and a stretch. Ow. Okay, maybe don't stretch like that. Ow.
I'll raw with you if you count down.
Sure, actually, that could be fun. Alright. Let me grab some water. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1. Rah!
Rah!
I tried and I felt my voice just give out halfway through. It's just like, nope, I can't handle this. Anyway,
You're fine. Good job.
thank you. Alright, let's see, where was I reading that? Anyway, right after the whole thing of Tails' big smile, and it says, and fake text below. I'm not really sure what that means there, but probably just something you can't quite read, I'd have to assume. Let's see. Cross dissolved to a dim scene of Robotnik's palace, a wacky observatory shaped like his head. Let's see. Spreading pollution into the gray sky. The camera slowly zooms in to one of the eyeglass windows to reveal a dark mechanical laboratory. Knuckles and Tails are trapped in a cage stationed against the circular interior wall. Dr. Robotnik stands facing the Master Chaos Emerald. In the center of the room, all sorts of robotic arm contraptions are drilling and zapping the huge gemstones, trying to tap its mysterious power. The Flash's bottom light, Robotnik's face as he laughs like a triumphant maniac. Very on point for him. After a few moments, the doctor notices something strange. Leaning closer, he looks curiously. He looks curiously disturbed as the Master Emerald glitters and clouds within. Suddenly, the gem explodes in a flash of light, hurling Robotnik back against the wall next to Knuckles and Tails. The dark room is lit by rapid pulses of black light as the three stare in awe. Cut to the Master Emerald spilling out loads of foggy smoke. Cut to Knuckles and Tails looking curiously at each other. Out of the gemstone and into the mist glide small flickering lights, almost like fireflies. And then it says cut to Robotnik sprawled on the floor, propping himself up, looking exalted and a bit frightened by the spectacle. Six tall shadows materialize and loom large over the Doctor, Knuckles, and Tails. Truck in.
Ooh.
Wait, truck in? Truck into
Trucking.
Robotnik's sweating, shocked look as the shadows draw in and smother him. Wow, he got smothered by the shadows.
Some people dream of that.
Yeah, probably. I won't judge. Let's see. Cut to a serene knot valley, flourishing with green vegetation set in front of a classic blue sky and puffy white clouds floating slowly by camera zooms. Wait, oh, by. There's a period there. I can read. Anyway, camera zooms out to reveal this as a reflection of Sonic's high-tech binoculars as he studies the scene from inside a knothole tree. Sonic gets a start as a huge, dark cloud bank rockets across the sky in the distance. Lightning and a crackling thunder pierce the air. Sonic zips out the door and spirals down the tree house trunk stairs to the ground as the storm blows closer. Oh, jeez. I'm reading this a lot faster than I probably should, but whatever. Sonic looks into the sky before dashing down the hillside into the valley. On course to meet the dark storm head on, Sonic starts the game in Orange Grove Zone. Uh,
Ooh.
and it says
Orange
0.
glow.
Yeah. So, seems like it probably would have been. I'd have to assume probably like the Green Hill esque zone for this plotline.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Probably a tutorial stage, judging by the 0 here.
My little theory though is that since it's called Orange Grove, it would have taken place at sunset, and that would have been what sets it apart.
Yeah, that actually probably would have been what it was. Let's see, we have the overview and climax of the game, so if it'll let me scroll, please. Oh, thank you. Let's see. It says Sonic must make his way through 6 awesome zones to rescue his friends, and Robotnik, in parentheses. With the hooded Chaos Elementals in hot pursuit. They hope to capture and banish Sonic as soon as possible, for he represents the only threat to their domination. Before each zone's end, Sonic must combat its Element Keeper, a mechanized boss robot designed to destroy hedgehogs. Each time a boss is defeated, the Chaos Elementals come closer to pinpointing Sonic's exact whereabouts. By the end of Zone 5, the Chaos Elementals will be waiting for Sonic in Gordos. Oh, a huge robot city where Knuckles, Tails, and Robotnik are held prisoner. Why don't they just
I'm
surround
not gonna
Sonic?
lie.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Anyway, let's see. It says, why don't they just surround Sonic and banish his blue buns? Yeah, that's or
His blue buns.
yeah, that's the wording here.
Wow.
Yeah, you might ask. Well, Chaos Elementals cannot physically move fast enough to surround our hero. They will have tried unsuccessfully to trap him many times, and their only hope lies in jointly piloting the most deadly Chaos Megabot to combine their 6 elemental powers. So they're just gonna make a giant Megazord, essentially. This sounds like the most 90s plotline ever.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Chaos Elementals just sound like Zeddy.
Yeah, you're not the only one to make that comparison, because you're gonna find in a lot of these summaries and plotlines, might have influenced a lot of future Sonic game stories.
That's so rad.
Yeah, like it seems like that's the case, and it's like I love when developers do that, where it's like they couldn't get an idea to work initially due to whatever circumstances. They're like, you know what? What if we take this old idea and just reinvent it for whatever game we're working on?
Oh my God, is Rose on a Zavok appreciation arc?
Uh, Maybe. I don't hate I don't hate
We'll see what the future holds.
yeah. I don't hate him as a character. I just think he's gotten a lot of bad writing.
Yeah, no, true. Totally. Hi, Noelle.
Hi, Noel. Welcome on in. How's your trip treating you? So yeah, I do kind of vibe with a lot of these stories though. I do like the just the initial ideas here.
No, yeah, I fuck with them too.
Let's see, what do we got?
That's usually what brings me to a Sonic game anyway.
Yeah, they do got some interesting stories. May not always be good or anything like that, but they're at least interesting.
No, yeah, it's my kind of slop.
Yeah, I like to just see whatever the developers come up with that weekend, because it's always something different and weird most of the time. Sometimes it's very basic, like we must stop Eggman from capturing animals, turning them into robots. He won't do this multiple times. No, not at all. Proceeds to do it 5 to 10 more times.
He'll he'll always have 10 more plans up his sleeve.
Sometimes I'll have to check back in later. Oh, all right. My connection's a little funky on my end, so if you're having issues, I wouldn't be surprised there. But anyway, let's see. We've got the third plotline called Sonic Twist by Christian Sen, and this was in August 21st, 1995.
Okay.
And it says for the summary, it is Sonic the Hedgehog must try and make his date with Tiara while Dr. Robotnik tries his best to twist everything into a big mess. So yeah, that's the plotline they were going for here.
Okay. Well, that's a little that's a different vibe than the last ones.
Yeah, and we have the actual like more in-depth uh story synopsis here. That's what I was looking for. And some of the grammar on this is really funny. Oh yeah, speaking of that, on the previous one where there was the part where it says not valley, you want to know how they spelt not?
Uh, how?
It was spelt with a K.
Oh yeah, 'cause not whole.
I know, but the wording there.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, well, I think my theory is they knew what they were doing with not whole. I mean, think about the name not whole.
Okay,
Where
fair
a bunch of
enough.
fucking furries live? Come on. We come on.
Fair enough. It's just the wording there was like made me notice it very closely there. I'm like, what? Did I read that
Yeah.
right? This is a
That's a whole
franchise
forest
aimed
full
at
of horny little
kids.
guys. Yeah.
Then again, I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised, especially with a lot of the choices with Sad AM. They threw in some innuendos quite a bit in that series. Uh, okay, my mouse is freaking out. One sec. All right, Let's see. Sonic has until sundown to make his date with Tiara, the beautiful Manx kitten princess. Their choice of a romantic spot makes for an adventurous journey as obstacles and enemies of all sorts plague Sonic's path. The longer it takes him, the darker it gets, and the more miffed Tiara will be at the end. Regardless of how long Sonic's trek lasts, he's in for a big surprise in the end. Good luck, Blue Boy.
Good luck, Blue Boy.
Yeah, I love the wording here. It feels so 90s, and I'm here for it. Let's see. Next paragraph. Let's see. Okay, it's reiterating it. Okay, we're gonna do this. Sonic wants to meet up with Tiara for a date, though the distance between them represents a bit of a problem. Sonic hangs in his knothole crib while Manx baby chills in her pop's kingdom 1,000 miles away. I was I was trying to read that and
Say,
say
say that again? What'd you say?
Oh my god. Do you want me to show you it on the screen? I can just pull the document over there so you can follow along. I think that might make this
Yeah,
easier.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, so it's right in here. I was trying to say that without a crack and a smile because of the fact this is what they wrote here. I was
No,
trying.
yeah, that's okay. That's what I thought you said. I was just making sure.
Yeah, do you see the wording here is wild.
1,000 miles away. Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's probably supposed to say 1,000 miles away, but miles away makes the context so much funnier. Yeah, I just ripped this straight from the sites I could find this on, and this is how it's worded. Anyway, let's see. Where was I? Sonic's got to race into and over many secret hills and valleys to get to his love. Tiara waits calmly, but cameo footage reveals her increasing impatience. The longer he takes, the more miffed she'll be when he arrives. Sonic figures a little necklace endowed with 7 certain Chaos Emeralds would make a nifty gift to cheer her up. Unfortunately, via his sneaky spy satellite, uh, S3, I don't know what. Oh, 3S's, okay. Egg Boy Robotnik gets wind of Sonic's chival. Chival. Chivalric endeavor and sets out to stop him. I love that this plotline is just Robotnik being entirely petty. Not out of character for him, but I love how emphasized it is here that he's just like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck up Sonic's night. Let's see. Dr. Robotnik decides that it's a great time for his new super duper mega ray cannon. Tested on impulse power, the cannon beamed a secluded forest in Mobius, causing its trees to rip from the ground and float in various orientations in the sky. So we got some
Oh,
explanation
wow.
for why the game's level design looks the way it does. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. Filled with devilish glee after a few more successful experiments, Robotnik schemes a way to stop Sonic from stealing the stealing the Chaos Emeralds and trap him forever. Having developed a spring switch device to control the rotation of the floating walkways, Robotnik plans a series of puzzles and then sets the cannon to full power, zapping the entire planet. When the boom and flash of light fades, Mobius is transformed. Huge chunks of wood, plant, metal, and even whole houses, cars, etc., all ripped up, floating angelically in various ang- angles in the sky. What a trip! Just everything
What
is
a
just
trip.
saying. Yeah. Also, they get lift. They're floating angelically. They're just like, be not afraid.
Yeah, what the fuck?
This is some wording here.
Why would you say it like that?
I,
Angelically.
I guess to describe that they're just floating there. But yeah, why angelically specifically? Weird wording. Alright, I'm gonna grab another drink because my throat's getting dry. Okay. So now to complicate the distance time issue, Sonic has twisted, has a warped, oh, okay, let me reread that. Sonic has a warped, twisted world to navigate through that's filled with Robotnik's badniks. And to think that all Sonic wants is a nice, quiet, good old-fashioned date. It's going to be more than half the fun getting there. It's also clear that they didn't start the whole trend of him absolutely having nothing to do with any kind of romance for a long period of time. Then again, I
Yeah.
don't. Then again, that just seemed to have been with just Amy, and that's because she had that whole part where she's very cleany and obsessed with him. To stalkery levels.
It'd be like that.
Yeah. Let's see. This synopsis actually gives us the various zones that the game would have sent you through. So we got the first one called Circus Theater, the ultimate floating amusement park with the latest in party technology. Ferocious robots remain caged in huge, ornate boxcars. Colorful tent-like structures riddle the sky. All sorts of wacky carnival games jump out at every corner. Sonic must be careful not to get too caught up in the fun, or he'll miss his date.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that actually.
No, my date. The thing I'm always worried about.
Yeah, I guess friendly reminder, this was at the time where they're like, we need to give Sonic a girlfriend. They were very obsessed with that. I am stumbling over all my.
I love that they dropped Princess Sally and also didn't want to use Amy. So they're like, ah, fuck it. Well, let's do a new one.
Yeah. Speaking of Amy, we'll get to her later.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I don't think she's brought up in the plot synopsises, but there is something with her that they might have had plans for. But I guess we'll see. Let's see. Gadget Mall. Imagine every appliance, computer, TV, VCR, stereo, washing machine, refrigerator, everything you've ever wanted. Or not. In one complete air sail taking up 200 cubic miles. And then it's like, whoa, whoa, look at Sears. Okay.
So on the ground we use males, but in the air we use cubic miles.
I guess so. Yes, I'm running 500 miles an hour. So good. Where was I? Let's see. Technology, old and new. Best deals in town. All floating wonders will do something for or against Sonic, so watch out, little buddy. So yeah, it was straight up just gonna be a shopping mall location.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, not a bad idea for a zone to run through. I don't think they've actually done like a full level with that, just set pieces. So that would have been cool if that happened.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one's called Mayan Tombs. And from what it
Oh,
says,
hell yeah.
huge carved structures made from all sorts of wood populate the spacious, heavenly ruins of the Mayan tombs. From ornate totem poles to huge wood and iron gates to ivy-covered walls of stone, this level proves dangerous in its maze-like system of tricky traps. Look out, Indy! Here comes Blue Belt Jones. This is really like showing like what era this came out in with just the references they're throwing in here.
Yeah.
So yeah, judging by that, it seems like it was heavily inspired by probably just your very like almost a stereotypical temple stage.
I love that aesthetic, so that's fine. But what the fuck is Blue Belt Jones?
I don't know. Guess a nickname for Sonic. You know, knowing like his '90s characterization, I wouldn't doubt that he would just call himself that for like a one-off adventure. He's kind of known for making like really corny and stupid jokes constantly, so that wouldn't be too far-fetched for him to come up with that.
Blue Belt Jones.
Exactly. Um, but yeah, that also could have been a fun location to explore. Honestly, it might have inspired what is it, Lost World from Adventure,
Yeah, yeah.
because that's exactly the vibe of that area, all the way down to at the end being chased by a giant boulder.
Yeah. My favorite. I say that in all seriousness. I like that part.
Yeah, that part's pretty cool. Let's see. Um, we've got blackjacks. The it says Las Vegas in the sky. So we got our casino stage. Dark skies with red lit carpet, twinkling and dazzling the eye for miles. Every known and unknown slot machine and poker game erupts from the blackness. Card tricks and white magician gloves play this glittery paradise as an irresistible diversion for even the strongest of hedgehogs.
Lovely.
I mean, this sounds kind of like a fun casino stage. Definitely would have felt much different compared to the other casino stages at the time.
Yeah. I'm always down for a casino themed stage, honestly.
Yeah, I'm fine with them as long as they do something new with them.
Yeah. That's an aesthetic that you can throw in once per Sonic game and I won't complain about it.
Yeah, what about Sonic Heroes?
I like it in Sonic Heroes.
Okay.
No, I'm not a hater of those stages. I just don't like the Team Chaotix part.
Okay. I wasn't quite sure how you felt on a lot of stuff with Heroes, because it seems like you're kind of back and forth on certain aspects of it. Am I
It's
correct in saying
just
that?
yeah, no. It's just fine. And I wish it was better, and I wish I didn't have to play the same game 4 times.
That
That's
is,
really it.
you know what, that is fair. I need to that is a game I have yet to replay, so I don't have very much like new experience to really go off of there. Hi
And also
Ben.
oh hi Ben. And also with streaming it lately, I literally started with the worst part, so I kind of front loaded like misery.
Yeah, I mean you got the worst part out of the way, so
Yeah.
and you've kind of just been working through like getting to like the better stuff in the game from what I've at least from my what I remember and what I've seen.
Pretty much, yeah.
Anyway though, I where was I? Oh yeah, deep seas. Blue vicious currents flow small plankton-like creatures through enormous water worlds. Okay, is this gonna be like multiple, I guess? Because big balls
Ooh,
of water floating in the sky, that's kind of cool.
that's pretty sick. What the hell?
Yeah, let's see. Mechanical sharks and fish school about the aquaplanes in and among the huge geometric coral reefs. Underwater tech farms dot the reef and lava beds dangling motionless in the deep blue ocean. check your air gauge, Sonic. Oh, wait. Check your air gauge, Sonic. Thought that was going to continue on from there. Okay. So, yeah, there's the water stage.
Can't believe they were gonna give him an air gauge. Holy fuck.
Yeah,
The innovation.
I mean, it was going to be the first big jump to 3D, so they were probably doing a lot of things to spice it up. Trying a bunch of new
Yeah.
stuff here.
Rose, did you know that Sonic had a rough transition into 3D?
No, I didn't know. That's why we're learning about it today. Ah, jeez. Reading a bunch of stuff out loud in a row definitely can be a lot on the throat, I have been finding.
Yeah, no, that's why I was so exhausted after I read that Sonic script the other day. It was like 4 hours of just straight reading. I was like, oh God.
Yeah, and you even did a bunch of different voices for it too.
Yeah,
That was very entertaining, though, I will
thank
say.
you.
Yeah, like the voices helped with all that too, with just whatever the fuck was going on in that script. What a
That's what
wild
I hope
time.
for.
Yeah, I think that's what made the script more enjoyable because there were actual voices to all the lines, so you gave it more of a vibe of like what was going on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Um, let's see what's next. Oh yeah, I guess I was gonna bring up one thing on Deep Seas here. I, judging by the level layout, it seems like a lot of this story concept might have inspired Lost World, the game, because of like a bunch of floating land masses where gravity doesn't seem to sit there. It kind of gives that vibe. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
That's actually fucking wild. I can't.
yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff here that might have inspired a lot of future Sonic games and like stories and just tons of stuff.
I've never thought about the direct link between Sonic Extreme and Sonic Lost World, but no, there's something there.
Yeah, I heard someone brought that up, and I'm like, holy shit, you're right. And I had to bring that up here because it's like, yeah, there's a bit of a correlation here. This concept right here, though, just level design wise, sounds really cool, though. I like these concepts.
Definitely.
They're so diverse. Let's see. Mad traffic. The worst parts of Los Angeles, New York City, and even the Bay Area seem to have been transplanted into one huge metropolis of winding freeways. Oh, goody. We have our city stage. Thousands of tons of concrete and metal intertwine in the sky, making a twisted, woven mesh of roadways and building pit stops. Don't get hit by the cabs. I almost read that as crafts.
Don't get hit by the giant enemy crab.
There are quite a few crabs in this franchise, so yeah. And don't get mugged. And then it says don't and go. Ugh, fuck. And don't get mugged, blue boy. They really wanted to use this term.
Blue boy.
Yeah,
Damn,
it
that feels
sounds.
charged. I don't like
Yeah, it sounds so 90s too.
it.
But this area sounds like it would have been annoying to navigate if it had a bunch of cars trying to hit you.
Yeah.
Especially if it's early 3D, it seems like that probably might have been good on this place being left on the cutting room floor, honestly, just because I don't think they would have had the technology to be able to program this properly.
Yeah, no, that sounds rough.
Cooling concept, though.
What are you
Just.
gonna do, blue boy? Dabba dee dabba die on me?
Yeah, that might. Who knows, he might. There's with all the cars ever, he might.
Oh my god.
We're gonna have to start calling him Roadkill the Hedgehog.
Fucking rip.
Yep. I know, dumb joke, but they're making tons of them here, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna lean into the vibe here. Okay, let's take a look. The last one's called Inferno. A gaseous atmosphere booms with explosions as large chunks of cooled lava riddle the sky. The nastiest metal byproducts coexist in this hellish version of a bizarre semi-inhabitable sun. Spike plates and robotic death
What?
traps lurk behind every slab of iron. Lava light and siren lights illuminate this otherwise dim scene of pain. Good luck making your date now, dude. Yeah, they were just like, what if, how can we make like the most insane final fortress to go through here?
That's wild. Fucking semi-inhabitable sun.
Damn. I mean, it fits the whole vibe of just the planet getting uprooted. Wait, the planet getting uprooted? Oh my god, this inspired Unleashed.
Sonic
uh,
Xtreme is just the progenitor to all other Sonic games. It's true.
yeah, it had a lot of ideas here, and it's like, it makes sense why they were just like, you know what, let's not waste these and actually use them. It's a pretty interesting idea, though. Just the creative process here. Let's see. Let's see. I believe. Okay, if my mouse cord could stop getting caught on every single part of my desk here, that would be very helpful right now.
No.
Let's see. We have the next plot line called Sonic Boom by Christian Sen. This has no date for it though, but I'd have to assume it's probably written very close to that, around the same time.
Yeah, it has to be like mid 95 around then.
Yeah, because they didn't really get to development on like the later iteration till I think close to 96.
Yeah. And then they were working on it like it seems like up until like shortly before the fall of 96 when it just got canceled altogether.
Yeah, yeah, it was quite a it was quite the shit show from what it sounds like. Let's see. The summary of this story is Dr. Robotnik infects Sonic with a deadly Doom virus. Robotnik himself was previously infected, and his plan is to trick Sonic into getting the cure and then snatch it away. Sonic meets Professor Bubowski, the only man in Mobius who can save him. He tells Sonic that he needs to collect the cure ingredients from different worlds as quickly as possible. Professor Bubowski takes the ingredients from Sonic as he gets them and begins preparing the Wonder Cure. Robotnik kidnaps the professor just prior to Sonic acquiring the last ingredient. Disguised as Bubowski, Dr. Robotnik tries to trick Sonic into handing over the final ingredient. Sonic recognizes the trap, and then the two Titans battle it out for a climactic ending fight. So there's the summary. So yeah,
I can't get over the name Bubowski.
yeah, I saw that for the first time. I think like a year or two ago, and I'm like, did I read that right? Did I read that right?
Like, be serious for a minute.
I've never heard the last name Bubowski before till then, and then I looked it up, and apparently it is a legit last name.
Are you serious? Get the fuck out.
Yeah, apparently it's a real last name.
How
I
can
don't
you
know
live your
who.
life that way?
I mean, I guess whatever you gotta do, live your truth, huh?
It's like my last name is Ball Saxon.
Yeah. But yeah, we got introduced to one of the brand new characters to this finally. Yeah, Professor Bubowski. I'm trying to say that name out loud without cracking a smile and I'm failing. The name's too good. Let's see. We got the actual story. Let's see. Sonic starts the game with the task of rescuing a damsel in distress. Tiara, a beautiful Manx kitten, has been chained to a wooden platform dangled loosely over a bed of spikes. Without a second thought, Sonic nimbly rescues her from certain doom. Troubled, she uh troubled, she thanks him but says that the trap was set by Sonic's arch enemy Robotnik. She explains that the chains that bound her were laced with a deadly virus and by touching them, Sonic became infected with the Doom Sickness. Only one man knows the cure, and he's in the castle atop Misty Peak. She continues, let's see. Sonic thanks her and dashes off. Yeah, I guess back in the time where Robotnik was definitely down to just straight up do some kind of messed up shit, honestly. You know, more than like some of the other messed up shit that he's done. And then the questionable stuff he's done. Anyway, I'm gonna move on from that. Let's see. Let's see. Making his way through the woods, Sonic finds himself looking out on a huge sleepy valley, prefacing what appears to be the Misty Peak. Stopping only moments to admire the view, Sonic zooms down into the valley to find a route to the castle. Reaching it without much trouble, Sonic enters the opened drawbridge with echoes careening off the ramp. Stone walls. Hey, what the hell is my... Okay, my mouse is being funky. One sec. Okay, there we go. The cord got caught around it and was pushing down the right click. So I will just hold the cord away. Let's see, did his stone walls. An old stooped man steps into the courtyard. Who are you and what do you want? Yells the man. I'm not gonna try yelling it. I feel like I'm gonna destroy my voice. So we're just gonna read it out. Sonic, unsure of his predicament, exclaims, I'm Sonic, and the kitten Tiara told me to find the man in the castle on Misty Peak. The old man, raising an eyebrow, responds, How do you know Tiara? Sonic explains how he rescued her anyway, and she told me that I guess you are the only one with the cure. And then, let's see. Okay, it looks like Professor Vasky's talking, because I'm assuming that's who's this. That is so. I apologize for being so inhospitable. I'm Professor Bubowski, and my daughter, Tiara, was kidnapped by Robotnik a short while ago. Thank you so much for rescuing her, Sonic. But enough about that. Let's get you cured. Bubowski grabs Sonic, and they scramble down the basement stairs. Let's see. The dangling lamps slowly flicker on with a buzz, illuminating an old classic laboratory like something from a cheesy sci-fi film. Vials with fluid bubble and boil to life as the professor wakes the old forgotten laboratory. I haven't been down here in years, explains the professor, as he leads Sonic down yet another flight of stairs. They enter a large stone room with ancient shields and tapestries hung on its walls, resting above floor plates painted with painstaking detail. AKA, they were just like, let's give the designers a heyday here. Let's just let them have fun with designing these floors.
Valid.
Do you like me some good architecture? Let's see. In response to Sonic's questioning glance, Bubowski explains that this is the twist chamber. I'm too old to go and find all of the ingredients for your cure, says Bubowski. This room lets you get to the different worlds that have what you'll need. This is how it works. Just walk onto the floor plate that represents the world you wish to go to. Tell me you're ready, and I'll hit the wall switch to whisk you away. How do I get back? Piped Sonic. Well, once you complete the world task, you're automatically whisked back. I'll tell you each task and fill you in on pointers to keep you out of trouble. Okay, it seems like this might have been kind of mission based, it seems.
Oh ho.
So maybe non-linear, it seems like non-linear progression here. Interesting. Has Robotnik gotten into any of these worlds? Grumbles Sonic. Not to my knowledge, but be careful anyways. Oh, I almost forgot. These worlds are a little different than I'm sure you're used to. Sonic squints his eyes warily. What do you mean? Well, the gravity in them is a bit strange. You can walk on walls and ceilings and such. What? How can I do that? Barks a wide-eyed Sonic. You'll figure it out. Hurry. You don't have much time. Pick a world and I'll send you there. Just like, you don't need the details. Just go.
I'm not writing down that. I'm not thinking of that answer.
the it seems like yeah, the writer was just like, you know what? I don't have an explanation for it, so here we're just not going to tell you. Hop in, play the game. So yeah, that is the plotline for that. Um, Definitely seems like they wanted to go with a bit more upped stakes plotline. I find
Most
that
definitely, yeah.
I find that commendable right there. I like that. Okay, what's next? Oh, we got the next one. It's called
Sonic Doom. Whoa.
Yeah. Let me get something to drink here. I've been trying to read all this. It's like a bunch of long-winded sentences that I've been having to read.
Okie dokie.
Have I been reading it clear enough for you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I've been noticing I've been stumbling over a lot of words, so I just want to make sure that I'm at least getting the point across.
Some stumbling is natural. That's just how people read.
Yeah, I'm also not having to try doing a ton of different voices here. Otherwise, I'd probably be rereading the same sentences like 5 times trying to get it right. I'll get better at that eventually. Just still need some practice. Let's see. Sonic Doom by Christian Sen and Richard Wheeler. January 17th, 1996. Okay, so this was probably jumping into like. It sounds like they were probably having like some of the early uh prototypes. There we go. That's the word.
Yeah, yeah.